Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be showing you a 98 Chevrolet K1500 that's been converted to a solid axle swap in the front. We just finished up adding quite a bit more lift to this truck. This truck's been done for a few years now by a customer of ours, and he wanted to go up quite a bit more with the truck. New tire and wheel combination, just make it all new again. So check this out. This thing has a total of 16 inches of lift on it, 39.5, 18 boggers on custom built 15 by 16 wheels, fully polished. This truck has the 52-inch long spring conversion, and if you are looking at doing a solid axle swap on your Chevrolet, you'll see that most of them use square body front leaf springs, and a lot of the kits now are coming out where you actually flip this bracket around. So naturally this would normally be back here for the shorter square body front springs. This bracket flips around and the shackle goes back one hole to run a 52-inch long spring, which rides so much better even with the bigger springs with the arch like this. And the 52-inch springs come out of the rear of a square body half-ton truck. So adding that little bit of extra length on the spring gains a lot of ride quality. This truck has custom shock hoops, frame plates to cover up all the old areas where the independent suspension was, braided brake lines, custom drive line. Everything is fully functional at this height. A lot of people leave things out like the front drive shaft, whether they don't want to incur the expense or they just don't have the know-how of making it happen. But this is a fully functional truck. This guy will ride this thing on the beach and quite a few other places. We also did a full custom set of 2-inch 250 wall DOM traction bars with 1.25 inch heim joints, brackets and bars made in-house. The rear has a arched leaf spring, but instead of doing a really large arched leaf spring, which it would take to get this truck level, went with a 6-inch spring and got a little bit of block underneath there as well, to gain the height that's required and still maintain some ride quality. The bigger arch springs are really nice and look really nice with no block, but the ride quality is not there at this height, so that's the route that he wanted to take. The front has the crossover steering bar, and it also has the crossover track bar like you'll see on my square body videos. That helps locate the front end left or right. The crossover steering is a must when doing this style suspension underneath this truck, and it like the square body, it rides and drives amazing compared to some other steering setups. But all in all, very complete truck, very clean truck for its age. The guy takes very good care of this truck, even though he does take it to the beach like I said, and does some towing with it and playing with it. It's got a corporate 14 bolt in the back and a Dana 44 HD forward axle in the front. High pinion. Has a really popular swap in the front of these. We also do a lot of Dana 60 swaps in the front. To each his own, depends on how aggressive you want to get with it and what kind of axle you can find. This Ford Dana 44 is pretty rare. Leaf sprung from the factory. It came in 78 and 79 F250s. So it's actually just as rare to find as a 1-ton Dana 60 front end. They're actually starting to become just as expensive. So while it's still functional and he can beat on it pretty decently, you could always upgrade to a Dana 60 in the front if you really want to harp on these things off-road all day, every day. But once again, very nice truck, very aggressive stance. May not be for everybody. This is a lot taller and a lot wider than a lot of people are after, but to each his own. Once again, we build these trucks to the customer's dream. This is exactly how he wanted it set up, and that's what we gave him. You can do this same setup, solid axle swap, and keep it down on some 35 1250s with about 6 inches of lift. Won't look any different than any other 88 to 98 body style truck riding around with an old 6-inch super lift or something like that. But you take about 30 moving parts out the front end and go down to about 10 moving parts with a solid axle swap, so a lot less wear and tear, a lot more resilient, and with the right spring combination, just as good of a ride. Thanks for viewing today. Like and subscribe. We'll keep on showing you cool rides like this. Hopefully you see something you like. We'll see you next time.